When I heard they were adding a motorcycle-themed legend to Apex, I was so excited because I've always been a bit of a motorcycle guy myself. Don't believe me? Check this out.
Don't try that at home, kids. That's it. That's literally it. Alright, hold up.
How are the tricks? Do you want me to do more?
I guess we could start it from the top.
Yeah. I took a pretty long break from Apex Legends, but I'm ultimately glad I did. I think as someone who played and made content on this game for close to 7 years straight, I deserved a little break. And this break allowed for Apex to grow and change. And now with the new legend, it was the perfect time for me to come back. And I'm so glad I did, because the game just feels a lot better. There's a ton of quality of life improvements and huge reworks to the maps, the weapons, and the legends. All of the changes over the last year could easily be its own video. So if you want that video, let me know. But today we are talking about Axel, the 28th legend in the Apex games. Her real name is Isa Wegner. Oh, sorry, she's German. Isa Wegner? I think that's correct.
Wegner.
Isa grew up in Salvo, just like Fuse and Mad Maggie, except her parents were drivers in Redline, which is a violent motorcycle battle royale, which by itself sounds insane, like that could be its own game. EA, think about it. Unfortunately, her dad died while racing in one of the Redlines, which mentally broke her mother, and Axel's way of coping with this was becoming a racer herself. She would get injured a ton, even losing her entire leg, which is why there's a wheel in her leg. She wasn't born with a wheel in her leg, okay? I know you were thinking that, but no matter how much she got injured, she rebuilt herself stronger and faster every single time. Her only real competition was this other racer called Weaver, and this heated rivalry, no, not like that, this rivalry caught the attention of Kuben Blisk, who offered the winner of Redline the ability to join the Apex games, which I guess in the Apex universe, being a part of a regular battle royale is more prestigious than being part of this motorcycle death race. After this crazy race, where Axel even ended up throwing her motorcycle at an opponent, she would win and become a legend and join the Apex games. It's nice to get even a little droplet of lore from Apex. Would I prefer stories from the Outlands? Of course, but I'll take what I can get. That's Axel's lore in a nutshell. So now that you know who she is, let's learn how to play her, shall we? Axel is all about slide movement, which is shown in her passive Drift. Drift gives Axel increased control while sliding, which means you can slide to the left, slide to the right. Everybody clap your hands. But seriously, you can really slide around like a little race car. It makes traversing the map a lot more fun, especially when sliding down a huge hill. But it also means you can land sliding kills a lot easier, which is kind of the most Apex thing. But I wasn't joking when I said she's all about the slide. Her tactical Nitro Gate deploys a speed gate that sends the user into a boosted slide. This slide boost is very fast and instantaneous. Anytime you want a little burst of movement, this tactical is so perfect. It's great offensively to push a fight or defensively to escape with your life. This tactical makes Axel one of the best legends for chasing down enemies trying to run away from your team. If you need to heal mid-fight, it's great for that too, because you can heal while sliding around, helping you survive. And you can even slide on it while knocked, which can help you or your teammates survive.
I'm gonna use that and fly over to you, Ducky.
I'm actually crawling so fast.
That's something to put in the video. The fact that you're down and you can fly across the map.
Yeah, dude, I just flew.
And the fact that it works for not just you, but your whole team is kind of nuts. Giving slower teammates the ability to push in with you is always nice. Unlike the selfish movement legends like Revenant and Vantage, psh, get out of here. But everybody can use these speed gates, including your enemies. So just be aware of that. So while the movement is really good, it's still a slide, so it's less effective going uphill. But going downhill, it's pretty nice. And just know that the tactical isn't an optional slide. The moment you touch it, you will move.
Dude, the stupid...
So if you accidentally walk over it mid-fight, it can mess up your aim and lose you the game.
Oh!
you noob. Her ultimate is Kickstart. This deploys an enemy-seeking drone that displaces targets on impact. Essentially, once it locks onto an enemy, it will explode on them and launch them up in the air, making them easy pickings for you and your team. It's kind of like that thing that people do with shotguns where you're like, pull, and then you shoot it. The ultimate is basically that. And this drone, once it locks on, will chase that enemy for a while. Like, it'll go to the ends of the earth for that enemy. However, it does have 200 health, so it's not, it can and will be destroyed. Also, it won't always lock onto enemies, so if it doesn't see one, it will just go in a straight line and then blow up on a wall, doing nothing. Stupid drone. But when an enemy puts a drone on you, it can be pretty devastating. Thankfully, you can counter the drone with its #1 counter, doors. Drones can't go through doors. Stupid drone. In general, this ultimate is so good for initiating fights with enemies. And when you coordinate with your team, any enemy bounced is as good as dead.
Knocked him.
And you'll just straight up win the game with it.
Ulting. I'm ulting.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, here it goes. It goes. Go in the air. She's in the air.
Nice.
That's so great. For the win. Just pull.
I'm literally a professional stunt driver, so listen to these pro tips. Number 1. I know a lot of you are definitely wondering which perks you should select for Axel, so you came to the right place. For the level 2 perks, if you are the only mobility character on your team, I would choose to have 2 of your tacticals to ensure that your team can move around with ease. But if you have another movement legend, like Octane or Pathfinder, then I would consider having multiple ultimates, as it's a very strong ultimate for securing kills.
Let's go.
And with other movement legends, you'll get to secure kills more often. So these 2 are definitely more dependent on your team composition for sure. Now for the level 3 perks, I think this one is a no-brainer. While sure, sometimes it's nice to have bonus ammo when sliding, it's really nowhere near as useful as the double jump for your tactical. This double jump drastically increases your movement, especially when paired with 2 tacticals from the level 2 perks. Being able to mix up your movement mid-fight with a double jump is actually insane, and it's getting this game closer and closer to feeling like Titanfall. And why wouldn't you want that? Do you hate Titanfall? Huh? Choose the double jump. It even works for your teammates. Choose it. Number 2. A cool movement tech that you should use is whenever you're falling from a great height, normally after landing, you'll lose all your movement momentum and you're kind of slowed for a sec. And this can really suck, especially when you're running away from enemies shooting at you. So instead, right before you land, throw down a tactical and then boom, you keep moving without any speed loss at all. It feels so much better than just hard landing. Trust. Number 3. Because your tactical is not optional, it can actually be used defensively as a trap. If your team is holding a position inside, you can put your tactical in or near doorways to accidentally make enemies launch themselves inside, which will definitely confuse them and put them in a bad position where your team can take them down. When paired with legends like Caustic or Watson, you can even force enemies to end up in traps, which is honestly hilarious. Number 4. Axel's ultimate can actually bypass a lot of things that you wouldn't expect it to. So let's talk about it. It can go through Gibby's bubble and Rampart's walls, knocking them out of position. It isn't destroyed by Watson's pylon or Newcastle's wall. It also goes through Lifeline's ultimate as well, which will definitely catch people off guard. It can find enemies through smokes, and it can even find enemies through Catalyst's wall. But it does have its counters. It won't find enemies that are invisible like Crypto or Mirage, and it can also be bamboozled by Mirage clones. Stupid drone. And of course, Valkyrie can fly away from it when hit by it, making her a little bit more difficult to take down with the ultimate. So that is some of the interesting interactions with this ultimate. But I do have a
bonus pro tip.
Number 5. You're equally as fast holding out your tactical as you are holding out your melee weapon. So Axel kind of has her own personal heirloom. Remember when Apex Legends gave individual legends heirlooms? I think I've warmed up to the universal heirlooms. Heirlooms. I had extra heirloom shards for over 2 years, so I finally used them on this bat. And honestly, I love the bat.
Oh my god.
But for the broke boys without any heirloom, just hold out your Axel tactical, and bada bing, bada boom, you can pretend that you have one. Isn't that nice? This game has slowly become more and more movement heavy, with almost every legend having some form of movement. Even Gibby can run fast. So adding in another one with a unique kind of movement is really dope. She doesn't even feel that broken because while her movement is great, her movement does lack verticality. So while I personally think she's very strong, I don't think she's overtuned. But how is she for noobs? For noobs, I would say she's easy to play. I think her movement, like all legends, has a high skill ceiling, but her kit is very straightforward, and most noobs will get a ton of value off of her abilities and ultimate very easily. And at worst, they're at least helping their teammates schmoove around. But what do you think? Have you tried Axel? And if so, do you think she's easy to play or hard to play? Do you think she's overpowered and needs nerfs or underpowered and needs buffs? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll catch you later. Ya noob.